What's up my dear friends, Seeders? Recently I made a very magical video, and first I will show you the video and then I will show you how it was made. Welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and probably right now you're thinking, wait, how it was made? First of all, we need some place where we will change the walls, the frames and TV and all the stuff. And right now we're actually in a different room, not in the same room where I was shooting. Imagine that this is the place that I want to change. There's like watches, some shelf, wall and all the stuff, and let's say I want to change that. What I have to do is, first of all, I sit here, and in that video my legs were also like that. And what I did, I basically took my phone, and when I started recording I went from here like this to create some motion, and then I stopped. We will actually stop this image, and then I will be able to change everything. I will show you how you can do that in After Effects. Now let's go to the second part, which is basically using your finger, because if you look at the video, I'm actually using my finger to click and change stuff and so on. How I do that? I record my finger with my phone, I do like this, think, all the movement, and then in After Effects I will delete the background from my finger, and like that I will have only my finger moving around. I also need to move my legs like this or do something with them. Afterward I also will cut the background from the legs and have only the legs moving. Once you have these three footages, what the hell are you? Once you have these three footage, we can move to After Effects, where I will show you how to do the magical editing, and actually Photoshop also, because we need to do some editing in Photoshop, then in After Effects and like that. So first of all, I need to figure out a way to move this thing, for example here, and also get rid of this plant so I can replace it and put something else there. So what I have done here is I just use spot healing brush tool to get rid of this beautiful shelf, and just copy the same shelf but cut it out, and like that, for example, I can move it however I want. I can move to the left, right, up and so on. Next I had to hide this plant here, and for this plant as well I just hid it using spot healing brush tool. When I put this vase here with the flowers, we don't see anyway what is behind the vase, so that's why it's still fine. And if you look here, I actually have some shadows for the vase to make it look more realistic, and also I have here some lights on the borders of the flowers, because we have here some lights coming from the windows, and that's why, as you can see, this part is light but this part is kind of dark, so you need to play with lights and shadows to make it look realistico. I put the TV here, which was, again, this was pretty simple, it's just an image of a TV which I put here. I made sure I masked it behind these cables and behind this thing here so that it looks realistic. And the cool thing is that I got this TV from this website, where I can actually get 3D objects and then I can rotate them however I want, for example like that, and I can download it in PNG. And the reason why this is so cool is because I can put it at the right angle and it's going to look realistic. The only thing is that this website is paid. Sorry. Next I need to figure out a way to change these walls. I basically created a pattern, and then I use mask to make sure that I see the pattern only behind the TV, behind the plant, and only in this part. Here you see in the original image there was a picture, so that's why, for example, when I actually change the walls, I want to make sure that I can still see the picture. That's why I didn't cover this part. Then we have here this window, and again I just a normal window with transparent windows here. As you can see, the reason why they are so transparent is because I want to put something behind them. That's why they need to be empty. One more cool thing that you probably didn't notice, I am missing some legs here. Wow! So this was the original video. As you can see, my legs are moving here, my feet. And what I did basically is I actually cut out my feet from the video. That's why I had to delete actually my legs from here, so that I can post their moving feet. Once we have edited the parts in Photoshop, now we will need to go to After Effects and animate them. Before we do that, let me just remind you that this video was sponsored by me, because no one wants to pay me, so I have to sponsor my own videos. If you go to learnfromfred.com, which is a website where I teach... What do I teach there? I teach how to create stunning artworks and animations. We will have there dozens of classes, over 60 stunning projects, and just for one monthly payment you can access all of my classes and you can learn how to create beautiful artworks and animations. And remember, first month is discounted. It's a 50% discount for your first month, and you get not only the classes but also my personal help, which means that in case something happened and you're like, oh my god, what to do, you can just call me and I will just fly like a Superman and help you, of course. With that said, let's go into After Effects. Before we go into After Effects, I have to warn you, After Effects is a crazy program. It has a very complicated user interface. That means once you enter After Effects, your eyes will start going left, right. Why do you think I'm wearing this thing all the time? I went crazy after I tried to learn After Effects. Okay, so I warned you now, okay? If your doctor calls me, I will not reply. You have been warned. Let's continue. So I opened After Effects and I just realized I wanted to call my project Finger Magic. Instead, I wrote here Gender Magic. I guess I was drunk or I don't know. Like, how could I miss the word finger? So let me explain you how this thing works. This hand here, it's actually without background. So if I just turn it off, as you can see, voila, no hand. So basically what I did is, I showed you the video where I was just moving my hand. I deleted the background from that video where I was moving my hand. And as you can see, it's just me moving my hand without any background. And that means that in the background, I can actually change anything I want because the video of my hand moving is on the top of it. So boom, I can turn off and turn on my hand. Perfect. The same actually applies to my legs. So for example, if I look at the legs, boom, turn off, turn on. Genius, huh? So when I go and click on the TV, what happens is I just import the image of the TV and I make it appear. So as you can see, I just imported all the layers and I made them appear when I move my finger on that part of the screen and click. So if I click here, boom, as you can see, waves appears. And again, now moving this thing, I already showed you that I made this a separate layer, which means that I could actually move this shelf anywhere I want. So it's just a separate image as well. I don't know exactly where I have it. I have here so many things and I can just move it to the right. So I just animate it. And also in the last part, when I go and start clicking on this window, I have one image, second image, then I have video, which is actually just a normal video in the background with a beach video, and voila. So that was basically the process behind it. This is the end. We did it, you and me. My job is finished here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will go back to Narnia and see you in next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on bell notifications and all that YouTube stuff, okay?